All right, well, hello and welcome back to the Heathens podcast. I'm your host, Lotus, joined today by my co-hosts Dylan and James.
Oh, hello.
The shit's rated 5 stars on Apple Podcasts by Suckboy. He says, haha, this shit gay. Well,
It is.
Well,
It
we'll give
is.
him that 5-star Michelin deal for that, so no stress there.
thank
Yo,
you,
who
Suckboy. Shout out you.
who's Suckboy? Do you guys know Suckboy? Who is he?
I have a good idea on who it is.
5 stars, okay.
But starting this podcast out on a good solid note, boys. Your boy fucking clapped some goddamn cheeks the other night.
Oh yeah, good for Dylan, right?
Oh, get the fuck out of here, dog.
No,
Oh,
it wasn't Dylan. It was I'm not gonna say names, but yeah. Yeah.
We're not gonna say names.
Bro,
Shut the fuck up.
privacy reasons, bro, and she might listen to this.
I have a good faith that she might listen to it.
Yeah, were you like hitting in like, oh, let me tell you about my podcast? Oh.
Shit, maybe I was like low key, kind of. Maybe I was.
That's a problem.
No, dude, that was your calling card. You left it by her dresser or whatever.
I'm just
Check
like,
out the
hey,
podcast. Huh?
I'm like, hey, we got a podcast. She's like, oh shit, really? I'm like, yeah, listen to it.
Gabe, you're the type of guy to bust in the mirror, all right? So
That is gay. Would
yeah.
that be gay, James?
Bust in the mirror? I don't know. If it's to
Like-
yourself, maybe not.
What else are you
It's just-
seeing when you're in the mirror, dog?
It's just super fucking narcissistic. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, case in point, Gabe.
I mean, that's
Super,
also
like-
gay because you're just looking at yourself and you're a dude. So
Exactly, you narcissistic fuck.
Like if you're fucking a girl and you're like, I could be masturbating right now. You're fucking narcissistic.
You know, that is a good question, though, because you guys have seen in those movies where they have the mirrors on the roof while you're fucking. So, case
That's
in
weird.
point, women are narcissistic.
Dude, I don't. It's just a fucking. It's just a thing, you know. Mirrors on the roof, like. I think that's just a design, like a cheap design thing.
nah, I'd
that
say
people
that's like
do.
rich people shit.
I mean, I've seen it at Gunther Tootie's, so.
Well,
I mean,
no.
unless they're banging on like Gunther Tootie's, tables. I guess it's up to you. It's up to you and how you feel.
No, like tinfoil on the roof. That's like the cheap way to do it. Like aluminum foil, you know?
That's how homeless
the roof.
people get down, right? They just fucking put it up in their goddamn tent. You're like, babe, I'm gonna treat you right tonight.
Yeah, we banging in the 5-star Marriott here.
Well, to them it is. They're probably on some shit, so fuck.
But I did find something out the other night, and so you guys know how. I mean, this is gonna be
Your
a little.
balls itch?
This is gonna be a little
Yeah.
embarrassing to say on the fucking podcast, but
Okay.
so you guys know how I said I like was busting like small loads.
Oh, yeah.
Christ,
I
kid.
hate knowing it, but yeah.
I hate talking about this because it's fucking embarrassing, like on the podcast.
Sounds like you're about to talk about it, so
So
might as well.
yeah, I was expecting bust a small load after I clapped, but it was probably the biggest nut in a while.
Yeah.
Let me
That doesn't
ask you
make
this.
sense.
Let me ask you this. Did you stop fucking spanking your meat for like a week?
Nope. Yeah, I literally did.
Oh
it the day before.
no. Gabe, you're an animal.
I don't know the science
No?
behind it, but it fucking.
It's just the simple fact that you've been in pussy. That's all that it is. Pussy is a different game than your hand, dog. You're gonna be more into it, and your body's gonna be like, all right, let's hit the fucking reserves, and then that's what it is. Probably drained them dry, but yeah, you probably might want to just take it easy now that you've been in some real shit.
This has settled my dry spell for quite a bit. So.
24 hours.
Dude, you know what? I was told 3 weeks is really not a lot of time.
By
being in a dry
who?
spell. Jersey.
Well, that's Jersey, so
Well, no, that's a healthy human being. You're not supposed to do it like every fucking day. Well, of course not, but you're not supposed to do it a whole lot in a week, all right? You're supposed to be like, oh, fuck, I had a rough Monday. Get through Tuesday. Get through
Super
Wednesday.
rough
Get
Monday.
through Get through Thursday. Oh, hey, it's Friday. Let's just fucking go. And that's all you really have to do, because
Well, no, I mean dry as in like being in some, some puss.
I'm just saying, doing it too much. We're gonna be, as much as we're fucked all people, we're about men's health all in the same. Boys, don't beat your meat too much. It's not that healthy, but
It's
do what you
euphoric.
please.
ED is no fucking joke, everyone.
ED
That
is
is
no
no
joke.
fucking joke.
Yeah, but how much do you think it takes to fucking get ED? Because, like,
A lot.
Every goddamn day when you can't get hard for a chick, that's when. And that's
It's like
when you can't get hard, and then it's like, oh well, I got ED.
it's more or less the moments after you quit after a long time. It's not so much, oh, hey, you just get ED one day. No, it's like, oh, I've beat my meat for the past 2 years, and now I'm not going to for the next 3 months. There's a chance. Of course, I don't know the whole science of it, but that's what I believe. Believe during that rest period is when it kind of just gets into that development because your body's so used to something. And I'm just saying, if you've been beating your meat for 2 years on and off for quite some time, you may have porn addiction, and that is also not healthy.
You know what? I just saw a video that was saying 1 in every 10. Well, not 1 in 10. You know what? Actually, I can't pull up the
That could be a good.
statistics. Nobody fact check me, but it's like
We're here about
one in every
awareness.
10. Yeah, 1 in every 10 video is potentially a minor. So
well, that's the thing with, like, fucking Pornhub, though, because they had that fucking whole, purge of a fuck ton of videos just disappearing off their website. I'm pretty sure it was that for that reason. So
Oh, it
Yeah,
was the build
they
up
were getting-
to what was it? Those chicks would be flown out and then forced to fuck to be flown back to wherever their home was. I can't remember the
Dude.
type of shit it was, but they were legitly forced, saying, "Hey, look, like we're gonna make this video. If you want this money, you're gonna kind of have to do this for us, at least to some degree." I don't know the full story, but apparently they were forced and they couldn't go back home because they saw that porn as an opportunity to gain a few grips, and when they weren't given a few grips, they were just sent back home. So it was that probably was the keystone to realizing that Pornhub was an avenue for a lot of people to say, hey, I can get away with this. And I believe now that company that owns it is actually trying to sell off. I can't remember the parent company, but the parent company is trying to sell to somebody because they are legitimately making no money anymore on Pornhub.
well, I feel
Dude,
like
but-
in the reality
it-
of it, like, it's a job that doesn't pay much. Like, I've heard, like, interviews like that it's not a good paying industry.
I'm just saying, bro, if you had the opportunity to get $5,000 right now, hell, maybe even 3,000, and you're in a shit situation, a lot of people will do it. Now, mainly girls, yes. For whatever reasons, don't know, don't care. Maybe they just like sex and know they're getting money. Don't know. All I understand is that is the bare minimum of why people do it, and sometimes the bare minimum is all someone really needs to do to get through to the next day.
Dude, every guy in porn basically has to start gay, like in gay scenes
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Because you
And-
get paid the most for those types of scenes.
Right. Well, if you're someone that's trying to get by and be in the industry, that's what you're gonna have to do. And dude, the whole industry as a whole is really, like, really not good. Sex trafficking, all of that, dude.
Forcing,
It's so bad.
just
Yeah,
Forcing.
forcing, and it's like, oh,
force. Yes, like what I
Oh.
said. Like in not so much, rape, but more or less, hey, we'll give you money
Well-
if you do it, but hey, psych, we're not giving you that money. Thanks for the video. Now go home.
well, no, there is a lot of there's rape and porn, dude. Like, there's gotta be. There's no way there's not.
I mean, you can't find them on, like, your typical fucking porn sites, though, I would assume.
but the internet is so expansive, it doesn't matter. You'll
Dude,
go to
it's-
any
it's
website.
fucking there. It's
It's
fucking
always there. It's a shit situation because I'm not in it. I wish I was a porn actor. That'd be cool.
No, Dylan, I don't think you want to. No,
I mean,
think
I
you
know I
wanna
have
do
to
it.
like put a needle in my penis with something that's like Viagra times 10, but I just don't think I have the capability, if you know what I mean. So we'll keep that low key. But yeah.
No, it seems like a lot of work, and it's not something I'd want to pursue.
Because I believe it's
So
only been the females who have been paid the most. I know one female, like three something. She got $2 million out of her whole career. 2 mil, which I guess isn't bad, but to just have your face everywhere in the world and whatever
right.
psychological shit that does. But yeah,
No, and
only for 2 million.
the families of that have to feel something because it's like, oh, my daughter is all over this fucking thing. That's
And the
not
dude,
good.
and the dude who married Riley Reid, bro, he just got flamed on Twitter.
I don't think
Hey,
she's
that's so
married.
shitty.
No, she's married now, or
Well,
at least the dude proposed or something. And
I
it was like
mean,
it showed a baby going down the slide like super fast, and she's like, "How Riley Reid's about to be
That is
having his
so
kids."
shitty.
bro, no matter
That
who
is
you
so
are,
fucking shitty.
no matter who you are, if you date a fucking porn star, just be prepared to get flamed for it. Like, oh, you know how many dicks this chick's taking? It's like, dude, I know. I don't want to talk about it.
But the question is, in the reality, would you fuck a porn star?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Well,
No,
wait. It depends. Well, it depends on like who and STDs and shit like that.
Oh
'Cause,
no, but
like,
that's the
those
one
are
thing
some
about the porn
nasty
industry.
bitches. Like
That's the one
nasty.
thing about it, though. They are on top of that. Apparently, they get tested a lot of the time, like even before and after, in case they have their own personal, adventures. They get tested a lot. So I'm not too worried about the STD aspect of it. It's just I don't want to fuck a porn star. That's just
Oh, are you talking about like some fucking big named group that is
yeah,
fairly
sure, but
reliable,
I
or are
know
you
like
talking about like
you like
amateur fucking lumps on the dick, like
Well,
fucking nasty shit?
we'll say
I
mid
mean, like
grade.
the couch porn. The person before the girl before she even got sat on that couch before she had to get an STD check through her doctor before they even did that video. I can guarantee that because
I don't.
as much as you're doing it, you
Dylan,
have to sign paperwork, and I know
maybe,
that. Uh,
but you're not in the industry. You don't know how that
no,
shit
but
goes.
that doesn't mean that you still can't know about the industry without being in the industry. This is just reality, and this is why I don't want to fuck a porn star, plain and simple.
That's you know what I
It's a
think
business,
porn.
right? So it's got to follow some
It is
business practices. So
come equals cash. Come
Facts.
equals cash.
it's always about the money shot. It's why it's
Gross.
called the money shot.
All right, we got to find a different subject.
Yeah, let's move on, host.
This is getting nasty in here.
This is getting nasty.
Well, so James has been wanting to hear this fucking long-awaited Vegas trip story, so
Swear to God, if it's the most anticlimactic thing,
it
I'm gonna
might,
go fucking nuts.
it
I'm gonna
might,
go fucking ballistic, dude.
it
Been
might
holding
be,
out on
but
them for like 4 months now, 5
how
months
long
on the
has it
story.
been since I first told you
Since your
about it?
birthday or November. Oh wait, no, that's a good
Put it this
question.
way, you've been edging me about it like forever, like 5 months since fucking Vegas.
Okay, well, so me and Dylan will tell the whole goddamn trip. James, you ask any questions if you have any, okay?
I'm thinking cap already, bro.
Why?
It's just Dylan's in on it. Dylan, you know the story. You know
Bro,
the
he
whole
was
fucking thing.
there.
Yeah, I was there. I had the best experience
It's
time
not gonna be
though.
like yeah, I played some slots and I won like $30 and yeah, it was cool.
I mean,
Could
this is why I wanted to have Levi on the fucking podcast as well, so we could get his perspective since he was also there. But yeah, anyways, so we'll start from the fucking beginning, which is we originally intended to fucking fly out to Vegas with you
Right.
going with us, but you bitched out, so.
I didn't get the time off, man, you know?
Yeah, because you were a bitch and didn't ask. But anyways, besides the point, fucking. So instead of flying out there, we decided to fucking drive out there, and it was like what, a 12-hour drive, Dylan.
It fucking sucked. At least 12 to 14, yeah.
Dude,
Because
that
we were
drive is
going,
not bad.
we were
compared
going
to
90
what
the
I've
whole
done.
time at least.
Dude, that drive is not bad compared to what I've done.
I mean,
Yeah, okay,
but-
Florida to here is a
Dude,
whole nother
like-
experience, but
It was a great experience. I think we should all go to Florida, man.
oh no, yeah, that's definitely something we intend to do at least maybe towards the end of this year or the end of next year, depending on how COVID hits. But yeah,
COVID doesn't exist there. Let's just say that.
yeah, because everyone there is just built different.
Yeah. It's built for people like you and me, Dylan.
Yes, sir.
Bitches.
Yes, sir.
Can't
Bitches.
get COVID. Our immune system's like, fuck y'all. Get fucked.
Either that or our body would just had it and didn't care to respond to it, and then just waffle stomped it down the drain, kind of level.
No, waffle stopped it, dude. My body kicked it to the goddamn curb, bro. I kept doing my daily activities, shotgunning a Red Bull, whatever. It's done. Over.
I just didn't feel
Boom.
shit.
Boom, you're done now. Hold out the pumpy on him, you know what I'm saying?
All right, but back to the story. So, Dylan, I think, did you have work that day?
Oh fuck.
Because I don't even remember. No, you were fucking unemployed at the time.
Yes, I was.
So fucking Dylan was doing whatever the fuck he was doing that day, and me and Levi, we had work. So I told Dylan to fucking swing by the goddamn house around 6:30, and then got off, packed my bags. Dylan picked me up, then we went and got Levi, and then packed up all our shit. Fucking, what time was it when we actually hit the road?
Well, because we had to go from Fort Collins back down to Denver to take I-80, so I think we didn't necessarily start going until, because you called me and said, "Hey, leave now because I'm on my way home," and it would have taken me about an hour and a half to get up there to Fort Collins. So I believe you just got done packing right when I showed up. So let's say it took about an hour to get to Denver. So 7:30, 8 o'clock to actually start heading up I-90. I-80. Bleh.
So yeah, and then after that we hit the road, and it was a 12-hour drive. Fucking I'm pretty sure none of us fucking slept the whole way there. I mean, I think I slept for about an hour.
No, I drove all the way there.
Yeah, Dylan drove all the way there. Because I remember dozing off, and we were still in Colorado, and then we stopped at that first gas station. That was in fucking Utah?
No, it was Grand Junction was our first one. I remember.
Because I remember
Wow.
waking up there and fucking didn't sleep the rest of the way. And by the time we got there, it was like 6:30, 7 a.m.
Holy fuck! So you guys showed up, like,
Yeah, I drove through the night to get there. I remember that.
yeah. Well, what did you guys do, like, right out the gate? Did you guys sleep? Did you guys?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
So the fucking, like, there was some gambling shit open, but nobody was like poker hands and like roulette and like the actual tables and shit. Nobody was there to fucking do the actual shit. It was all just electronic stuff. So we got checked into our room, said fuck it, went to bed. I think we all slept for like a fucking hour. And then we woke up, went and did some of the electronic fucking gambling. And so me and Levi went to the roulette tables, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll throw like, I think it was like $5 or $10 on green, and then like 20 or 30 bucks on fucking red, I think it was, and it ended up hitting green. So I was up like $200 or $300, like my first goddamn gamble, and that was like ever. So I was pretty hyped on that. It was pretty fucking tight. So I thought my luck was gonna be fucking.
And it was all downhill from there.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the fucking story, bro? That was
The
it?
best
No.
beginner's luck you can have. Bro.
Yeah, that's
best
what I
beginner's
thought.
luck you can have in Vegas.
Like, I
Yeah.
felt
Isn't that green?
confident because it hit green, and like the chances of that are really fucking like low, I would say, I guess.
Yeah, there's
Honestly, you
only
should have taken that and ran for the hills. You could have came out on top.
Well, throughout the trip, I mean, I was up a good amount of money. It was only towards the end of the trip when I started fucking losing money, but so yeah, the first day we fucking gambled a little bit and then went sightseeing and shit.
was that the first day? Yeah, because we went because we were there for what, 3 days, correct?
Like 4 or some shit, 4 or
Yeah,
5.
yeah, something like that. But I just remember us getting there, sleeping, and then you getting that lucky go. And then yeah, that's right, we did do sightseeing. We went to the Hoover Dam and the Pawn Stars thing.
I think
Just to
that was the second day cuz I think the first day we just went up and down the fucking strip just
yeah.
seeing what was up and all that shit. So, and then the second day we hit up the Hoover Dam and all that shit. And the third day, this is where it gets fucking funny. So, I'm going to start off with saying this like before I continue any further. So, we had like 2 beds in the suite and then a fucking pull-out bed, you know, James?
Yeah, pull out bed. Yeah,
So-
yeah, dude, Florida, man. I stayed on a pull out. That was my shit.
So fucking Levi called dibs on one of the fucking beds the entire time we were there. So we're like, okay, fuck it, whatever. So me and Dylan agreed to switch off each night between the pull-out bed and then the fucking actual bed. And we straight up agreed. We're like, hey man, if we get any chicks and we are going to smash, we fuck on the pull-out bed, okay? And he agreed
On the
to
pull out
that.
bed, like in the
Yeah.
middle of the fucking suite?
It wasn't.
It
in the
was off
middle.
to it was in the corner. It
Yeah,
was in
it
the
was in the
corner.
corner.
Doesn't
But
matter. It's in the fucking room.
yeah, but I mean, we're not gonna fuck on the nice bed where both of us would be sleeping.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
that's
they
Gabe's issue.
God,
Well,
dude,
it's just I'm
whatever.
gonna do a little bit of a
They
tease. I'm gonna do a little bit of tease. That's Gabe's issue. Okay.
So,
fucking
anyways,
pull out bed, dude. That's
am I wrong for thinking that? Like,
no, that's fucking weird, bro. You should have had your own bed.
bro, I didn't want to sleep on the pull-out bed the whole fucking time we were there, so we made that agreement.
And we could have
Alright.
shelled out a couple more $100, but it was Gabe's first time. It's not. Of course, you want it to be the best time that there is, but
You don't. You just want it to be kind of mediocre. So the next time is like the fucking bomb time.
there you go.
Right? You get another homie on that shit. You get the fucking penthouse. Take a bitch back to the penthouse, dude. You're smashing.
We could have had a fucking penthouse if somebody would have fucking came.
Yeah, well, next time, bro. Next time.
Next time.
So yeah, back to that. We agreed smashing bitches on the pull-out bed. And so the third day we were just going around fucking Vegas doing whatever. And then later that night, Dylan's like, "Hey, you want to explain this part, Dylan?"
Yeah. So, about a year or 2 back, when we were living in Fort Collins, back when I kind of wasn't working as much as I was, I went on Omegle. And I eventually, scrolling through Omegle, started talking to this chick on the other side, and she lived in Vegas. So we eventually talked for the whole night. Probably from midnight to fucking like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. on Omegle, just talking to each other. And of course, it was just kind of a level of comfort that we had. I don't know what it was. It was weird. But for my first time in Vegas for my 21st birthday, I Snapchatted "This city sucks," and she hit me up mind you, a year or 2 later, after not saying a word to her after that Omegle shit, just getting her Snapchat. She said, "You want to hang out?" So I was like, "Yes, sir." And for my 21st birthday, the first time being in Vegas, I won a lot of money. I fucked a bitch out there in Vegas. Kind of was just the Vegas experience. Drunk, cigarettes, bitches, drunk, more cigarettes, you name it. Just the Vegas experience was phenomenal. Well, I hit her up saying, hey, I'm going to be going out to Vegas again for my buddy's birthday. And she said, sheesh, let's hang out again. So around, like Gabe said, the second or third day, I messaged her and said, hey, I'm in Vegas. You want to hang out? And she said, absolutely. Long story short, I told, and this is where I hate Gabe and Levi the absolute most.
Bro,
just for this, like,
why?
nothing
Oh,
has
come
lowered my
on.
expectations of Gabe and Levi more than this moment. And I would like to see if you agree with me or not, James, but it's up to you. And
Let's fucking
I'm
hear
just
it.
gonna put my personal opinions out there first, in case I look like an asshole. But long story short, they said I had about 2 hours with her, and that was it. I couldn't have any more other time but 2 hours with her. So I pick her up, and when I get back to the to the hotel, Gabe and them go downstairs to gamble. We start drinking, and long story short, I have a good time. I truly believe that they got a little jealous, but that's just me. But long story short, they walk in on me
No,
during that
no,
moment.
They walked in.
no,
Mhm.
no. That is not what happened. So
What happened then?
Dylan, like he's about to fucking he's trying to smash. So he tells me and Levi, he's like, hey, give me the room for a couple hours. So we're like, okay. And then me and Levi,
You guys didn't say okay. You guys had such a hissy fit about it.
no.
But okay, continue. But continue, host.
So me and Levi, we went off and did our own fucking thing, and then I don't remember what exactly happened, but I know. Oh, so me and Levi went into the fucking mall, just looking at shit, and we happened to stumble into the Prada store, and that's when Levi bought that Prada beanie. So he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna carry this around with me. I'm not trying to get fucking robbed. So I'm gonna text Dylan and ask him if it's okay if we throw it in the room right quick. And like, so the room it's set up is like, you walk in the door, there's a medium-sized hallway, and on the corridor, like to the left, is where the actual entire room is, with the two beds and the pull-out, and then to the right is fucking the bathroom. So Dylan says it's cool that he drops the fucking beanie off. So we make our way back to the hotel, and fucking Levi pops open the door with the key card and throws his hat into the fucking hallway. So like, and he
Oh, wow.
like Levi didn't see shit. I don't think he might have, but I don't know. But he opened it just enough to like where I could see what the fuck was going on. So I see Dylan fucking this bitch on the goddamn nice bed. So I start fucking flipping out. I'm like, I didn't say shit to him right there because, you know, I'm not.
Because I was balls deep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cause a scene while this dude's like inside of a bitch.
You would make me even more hornier, and I would just start fucking you, basically. If
So
you did piss me off.
Dude.
So after that, fucking, we left again. Let Dylan fucking finish up. Me and Levi went to go gamble, and then Dylan texts us. He's like, "Hey, I'm done." I think Dylan was fucking drunk at the time too. So he texted Levi. He was like, "She's ready to go. So can you come take my truck with me and fucking drop her off at her house?" And he's like, yeah, I could do that. So I'm like, I guess I'll just stay in the fucking room and wait for you guys to get back. So they did that. And then fucking once they got back, I fucking, I'm like, Dylan, what the fuck, dude? We agreed no fucking on the nice bed. And there's like, what do you want me to do, bro? And like saying all this other dumb shit. I'm like, okay, since you just broke that rule, you're sleeping on the fucking pullout the rest of the goddamn trip. And he's like, fine by me. I'm like, I fucking hate you so much, Dylan.
Well, okay, your first thought was to sleep on the nice fucking bed, the one that Dylan just smashed on, instead of the pullout?
I didn't want to sleep on an uncomfortable
Oh,
ass
yeah.
pullout, bro.
Oh,
He
shut
would-
the fuck up, Gabe, dude. You were smelling that shit, dude.
No,
You're smelling
fuck
it.
no.
You were smelling that cooch juice on them sheets, dog. Because we didn't have any room service until the next day.
Yeah, dude. Like, oh, you're sleeping on the pullout from here on out. It's like, dude, well, it's weird, Gabe, that
It
you
was-
decided, oh, I'll sleep on the nice bed now.
I'm
Since
not gonna.
Dylan smashed on it.
It was a
It was-
It was a punishment for him.
Dude,
Not a pleasure
and
for
punishment
me.
for you. It was a pleasure for you,
It was
and
not.
a barely punishment for him.
I could say is probably by him sleeping on that bed so much, it kind of probably really woke up an inner spirit in him. That's for sure, and that's what I'll be dripping a little bit of
An inner spirit.
a little bit of a foreshadowing.
My question is,
Foreshadowing. Nice.
why didn't you fucking stick to that agreement we made?
Oh, I did eventually fuck her on the pull out again though, just so you know.
Yeah, I know that. I don't give a shit about that, but why didn't you just stick to it in the first place?
Because we were drunk. Okay, I was on my bed. I was still on my blood thinners at that time. So I only had like a glass or two before I was actually zonked. And she kept me going, bro. She's like, "Nah, you bought this whole bottle. We're sharing it." And I don't blame her. You know, you're in a hotel room with a stranger that you only met twice before. Kind of, you know, I get the uncomfortability, so I matched her. I had to, and it was just so that just so that all shit's equal.
Wait, no,
But
You had to do that.
I had
You
to
didn't have
because
to.
yes, because that would be fucked if I wasn't drunk. Now, even though I showed her my little blood thinner pills and I popped one right in front of her and all this stuff, it's still I can understand how that could be a ploy or whatever. But we just got
kind of cock block he'd be if he was like, no, I'm gonna not drink that much. I'll just stay here and do my thing.
Yeah, no.
I'm
But the main point was we just started making out on the bed, all right, and it developed, and I just remember them walking in on me, and
We
it
didn't
was
walk
because
fully
well,
in.
hold on, from my drunk perspective, okay. I just remember looking up and seeing not the door fully open, but I remember hearing Levi throw in his Prada bag, and I just remember I was like mid outstroke, and I looked up. And I saw you guys.
I remember like when
She just grabbed my head and she was like, "No, just look at me. I want them to see." I'm like, "Oh,
no,
let's get it."
when I fucking made the glance into the room, I just saw Dylan just straight up whip his fucking head and just stare at me. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
I did the most alpha shit, dog. When they mobbed in on me, I'm gonna dead eye them while I'm doing it.
No, dude.
Like,
Dylan
he
fucking turns around and looks and stares at him.
He didn't bother to stop like fucking like doing anything or just
No.
like keep his eyes forward on her. He just whips
Nope.
his head and fucking stares at us.
Yep.
You're next, pal.
Didn't she end up just staying the night that night though?
Yeah, she tried to do mental games. I remember when we got done and you guys came back. She's like, "I'm just gonna go sit next to Levi instead, okay, Dylan?" Because I wasn't really talking to her or something. And then she like started hanging out with you a little bit, but she like just backed off.
Yeah, she
from me
tried
because
to, but like I'm like I don't.
She
like...
wasn't trying to fuck you guys.
No,
she
I
was
know.
really
She
just
was
trying
just trying to fucking like be friendly and talk with me. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, you were
she
on
could-
your Nintendo Switch.
She could tell that I wasn't like didn't want to talk to her, so she just fucked off and just went and talked to Levi.
Yeah, and I think she was naked underneath. Like she had the bed sheet on her, and she was
No,
naked.
she was wearing
under-
like your fucking flannel jacket or whatever.
That's right. That's right. She was wearing my flannel jacket, but was pretty lit.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that was a good halfway spot of the Vegas trip. I won't deny that.
I mean, she was kind of annoying
Dude.
too.
Oh well, to you she was, but to me
Bro,
she was not.
drunk, talking a fuck ton, and she had a lisp.
Was she pretty though?
Dylan, no, don't do this again. Don't fucking do
Dude,
this again.
Who fucking cares? Don't bring that up. I'm more impressed with the fact that Dylan turns around and like stares you dead in the eyes as Levi's throwing his Prada bag in, like. Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Thank you, James. I
But, like,
appreciate the love.
so after they were done, and, like, just chilling in the room, we were all chilling there, and fucking, she's trying to get Dylan to drink some more, and fucking Levi, like, because he's on his blood thinners, he's not supposed to fucking drink, but, she's, like, making him drink, and then Levi just looks over to me, he's like, dude, she's trying to fucking kill Dylan. I'm like, that is not our problem right now. If he wants to do that, that's on him.
I did keep drinking though, but then eventually, it was like I believe 6 or 7. I just remember it was dawn when they kind of came in and all that shit happened. So it was closer towards the night. Eventually, asked Levi, "Hey, I'm a little too drunk. Can you take her home?" And thus she went home. And the next day, though, we hung out again, and we fucked again.
Didn't you do it at her
And then-
place that time, though?
Yeah, I did do it at her place that time, and then we did it in the back of my truck.
In the bed?
No, not in the bed. Yeah, if I would have brought a mattress, if that was the case. No, we did it in the shitty back seats, and then we did it in the passenger seat. So
Jesus fucking Christ! All
I
right,
nutted
okay,
on my back.
okay.
I nutted on my back
Aw.
seats though.
Aw,
I'm
dude.
guessing you didn't
Gross.
clean that either.
I
fucking
cleaned it.
sat
I cleaned
back
it.
there, dude.
I didn't clean it until we got home to Colorado, but
I fucking sat back there, dude.
oh no, it's been clean since. All I know is from the 3rd day or from the 5th day to us going back home, it was not clean. And I remember being passed out in the back seat because I drove us there. It was Gabe and Levi who drove me back. I was like, look, I already took you guys here. You guys take me back. But anyway, that's skipping too far ahead. Let's go back to the 4th day, Gabe.
So I think the 4th day, it was actually my birthday. So
Yeah.
we just fucking hit the casino some more, gambled. I lost. So I went there with like $1,000, and I think that night I lost like at least $400 or $500. And then
Dude.
so I'm like,
It
fuck
gets
this.
better though.
I'm like, fuck this. I'm not gonna lose anymore. Let's just go explore the strip and just go fuck around. So
I think we went to Fremont Street as well for your birthday.
that was later in the night. So
Yeah.
before that, we hit some like sushi restaurant in the mall or something. But it was pretty goddamn good.
It was one of the Caesar malls, I think. So it was a pretty fancy son of a bitch. It was like $50 for that some bitch.
And I think fucking Dylan told him it was my goddamn birthday when I told neither of them to fucking do that shit.
Come
So I'm like-
on.
You got some free shit, probably.
I
dude.
did. They gave me a free beer
Yeah.
and some fucking sake, bro. It was-
Yeah, so shut the fuck up then.
Sake is like, have you ever had it?
No, I've wanted to try sake, but dude, I've never gotten the opportunity to.
It's definitely like, I feel like you like it more than beer, because like I definitely did, because I don't fuck with
No
beer,
way.
but I feel like
No
you
way,
would.
dude. I love beer. I love beer on like an unconditional level. It's crazy. I gotta stop drinking, get my liver a second to catch up.
And your kidneys.
And my kidneys. I get like, dude, I gotta stop drinking entirely, man, because like I keep getting fucking drunk for the fun of it.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
That's not the point. When I can go out and buy it whenever I want, it's like it's not the point. It's bad news.
Yeah, it just
Bad news.
stops being fun after like the first 2 times.
No, it's
After
still
the
fun,
first
dude. I
time.
don't give. Dude, I
I
don't
just-
give a fuck, dude. I
I mean,
love
I
getting
don't
drunk.
drink beer, but yeah, it's just what it is.
I mean, I guess, but yeah. So, yeah, I got a free beer, some free sake, and then we said, fuck it. Went and explored the strip some more. Went on that the big Ferris wheel, whatever it was called. Did that. How long did that take?
Oh god, that was like a good 45 minutes, I think, or an hour.
Because it was,
It was a slow Ferris wheel.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure we stopped, like they stopped each time, like a certain cart was at the top. So like it gave you time to take in the scenery, I guess.
Right,
But,
and that's every fucking cart. So, like,
Yeah, and there was like a lot of them too. So we were on that ride for a while. And then so after that we decided to hit fucking, what was it called? White Castle. Cause I heard you and Wyatt hyping it up so much, so I'm like, let's go try some White Castle. And was not impressed at all, James.
Dude, I'd still fucking I'd devour fucking White Castle.
I mean,
right now, bro.
I prefer
would
White
fuck White
Castle
Castle
over
up.
White Castle over In-N-Out.
No.
White Castle was more of a higher expectation, but it delivered on it compared to In-N-Out.
Dude,
Sam.
In-N-Out is overrated as fuck. I will give you that, but dude, I still want to hit In-N-Out again. Like I love In-N-Out.
Got one here in the Springs, dog. Damn.
Dude, I know, and there's one in Aurora and one somewhere else, and then apparently there's one supposed to be in Fort Collins, which I'm stoked for. I'm stoked for In-N-Out. Well, I want to go again just to go because it's like something to fucking do, man.
Yeah, me and Dylan went 2 nights ago, and that shit wasn't as packed as we thought it would be, so we got our shit pretty quickly.
Dude, we gotta fucking get it then, man. I gotta fucking use some In-N-Out in my life.
Because I feel like hype, like it's been around long enough in Colorado now that the hype is like finally starting to fucking die down.
Yeah, probably.
All right. End your
Probably
birthday
safe to
night.
say.
End your birthday night, Gabe. End the story of your birthday night.
Oh, so
Yeah, is that like a story or like what?
No, not yet.
It continues after the birthday night as well. But so we went down Fremont Street, and then just walking around seeing all these colorful characters and shit. And as we were reaching the end, before we started to make our way back, we saw these 2 chicks who were dressed up as sexy cops, and me and
Like
Levi
on Fremont Street.
Yeah. So me and Levi convinced Dylan to go get a picture with them, and he was like really hesitant and did not want to for some reason.
Oh hell no! They had whips, dog. What the fuck?
But yeah, so we push him over there, and they pull him in. To, we get a picture of him, and then they tell him to get down on his hands and knees. So he does, and they just start whipping the shit out of Dylan, dude.
Wait. You told Levi to go over there and
no,
they
me
start
and
whipping
Levi.
Dylan?
No, me and Levi told Dylan to go take a picture with them. So it took him a while, but he did. And after we took the picture, they told him to get down on his hands and knees, and they just started whipping him.
Oh.
And
because I believe Gabe told him he likes it rough.
I did not.
I think maybe that was me then. I don't know, but I remember just them just hyping that shit up ×5 after the first couple of ones. They just kept going and going and going and
they were
going.
being so dominant about it too, and they're like, as they were whipping him, they told me and Levi to film it, so we did. And they were fucking telling Dylan to fucking look up at the camera and stare at the camera while they're whipping him.
They're like, look up at the camera, do it. I'm like, oh my god.
I think I either have it on my phone or it's on Levi's phone, and it's definitely on Dylan's phone unless he fucking deleted it like a bitch.
I don't remember.
That was probably the funniest shit that I saw the entire trip. It was so funny. So
it was painful.
Dylan getting whipped and fucking kink shamed.
I had to at least experience once in my life, at least, I had to understand it. And I mean, I had pants on, so I could not imagine that being my bare ass, dog.
How hard were they whipping you, though?
They were whipping me pretty hard, dog. They were
pretty hard, huh?
They were not taking it easy. I wasn't gonna be a bitch about it, but I was just gonna let them do them, because if it worst came to worst, I would just deck one of them. But I'm not about that. So
what you should have done is you should have just started fucking crying.
No,
and just freaking out to see what they would do.
For all they know, they'd be like, "Yes, them tears," and then just kept going and going, and it's just.
No, dude, you should have been into it way too much, overly too much. Would have freaked the fuck out of him,
and
dude.
just forced yourself to get a boner.
Oh my god, no! I'm not gonna get a boner in the
Yeah.
public streets with all that shit. I'm a bit more classier than that.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
But
sure. But it would have freaked them the fuck out, dude.
that night ended though with us going to a pretty fancy steak restaurant.
oh
That's
yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, because I bought your fucking lunch. I mean, your dinner basically.
Well,
But yeah,
so originally, like I was feeling like some fucking steak and shit, like a nice ass restaurant, and there was one like few minutes away from the hotel. So me, Dylan, and Levi went there, and we were ordering our shit, and we were expecting it to be over like $100 per meal, which it would have
Right.
been, but like it was happy hour, so I think in total mine and Dylan's meal was like $65 or some shit. So Dylan's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll cover this for you. Happy birthday, bitch. So
Oh, yeah.
some good shit though. It was some good
fire-ass
shit.
meat, not in a
Yeah,
gay
and
way.
we believe it was a fancy restaurant. I mean, of course, not some hey, I'm $1 million rich kind of fancy restaurant, but definitely the interior was nice. It was darkly lit.
Yeah,
They
which
had
I found
little
fucking
candles.
weird.
Oh, it was its own vibe. It was kind of just trying to be a steakhouse kind of level,
Cause
but
it's like,
every like table had like its own little candle within its own little glass. So they try to make it fancy.
it
So
was
it was fancy.
definitely like way fancier than I expected. Like too fancy for us. It's like I felt like we were infecting the place with our fucking pour. So I'm like, this
Because we were not dressed appropriately, that's
at
for
all,
sure.
at all.
No, we were in just some street fucking get-ups.
I think it was called like the Chop House or some shit.
Chop House, I believe so. Shout out to them. If you're ever in Vegas, go to them. They have a great fucking steak and they know how to make noodles.
Especially
So.
during happy hour, dude. That shit bangs. Shit's bussin'.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
sounds pretty good.
bro. Next,
And
if
then
you fucking go with us the next time, James, we gotta do it.
What, the Chop House or White
Yeah.
Castle, bro?
No,
I'll
fuck
fucking
White
hit White
Castle.
Castle. Dude, I'll
no.
fucking hit White Castle up, dude.
You guys just like put it so highly in my mind, so I expected like the fucking best out of it.
You're
And it was
fucking
just-
stupid for believing that.
It was just a major letdown, thanks to you
it
guys.
was pretty good. It was pretty good, in my opinion. Definitely, I like the little slider aspect of it. But
Yeah,
then
dude,
later,
it's a fast food fucking chain, bro. It's not that good.
because they had one in Fremont, but the line was too long, and then we eventually went to that one. But I just remember later in that night, just my half of the story of Vegas, since we're on this. I remember hanging out with that chick again, and that's where I fucked her at her house. But that night, they were chilling up. They were playing on their Switches or something because they were getting tired. I wasn't. I wanted to go down to the casino and get more free drinks and more packs of smokes. So I did that, and I came across I was playing blackjack. And while playing blackjack for a little while, a dude came down to sit me with his wife. His wife was butt ugly. That's all I gotta say. But dude, that dude was a fucking math teacher for the fucking city of Las Vegas. He was like part of the student, I mean teacher council kind of level of math teacher, and he basically won me like at least 600, $700 that night by us playing, because he made his wife, me, and him, his wife, and me be a fucking dangerous trio on that poker table. Now, of course, we weren't saying, "Oh, $5,000 here." We were doing just $100 here, slowly getting us money. It was pretty awesome because he was just like, "Hey, play." I'm like, "Okay, hit me," and they'd hit me, and I'd win money, and then the whole table would money. He'd tell me to stay, I'd stay, and then he was at the same time teaching me all the mathematics of all it all. But it was just really kind of funny because a lot of the supervisor people came over. There was one time where they had two supervisors watching us for at least an hour, because they thought that we were just fucking trying to possibly take money. It's a casino. Even if $1 is gone, they're going to throw a hissy fit. But yeah, they eventually had some dudes on us, and eventually I just go back up and see them sleeping, and that's what it was.
And so like
Pretty lit.
To backtrack a little bit from Dylan's story with blackjack. So before that, he gets me to fucking play blackjack with him, and I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. So he's giving me the rundown and shit and telling me how to play and like when to stay and when to fucking hit. So with him there, I was doing pretty good. I was up like $200, and then he was like, I think I'm gonna go try a little bit more roulette. So Gabe, you stay here and play this for a little bit and see if you can win more. So I'm like, Dylan, don't fucking leave. You were helping me out big time. He's
Dude,
like, no, you'll be
blackjack.
fine.
Blackjack's a different animal, man.
You gotta have a team. That's for sure.
As soon as this dude fucking left, probably like 10, 15 minutes later, I lost all that fucking money I just won. Straight fucked me because I did not know what I was doing.
Because you gotta know you're playing against just the house. So you have to be like, all right, on this hand, I know I'm not gonna win. I gotta lose at least just the bare minimum of $10, $20, whatever the minimum was, and just accept that loss. But then possibly on the next hand, you gotta be like, fuck it, $200, and that's just kind of how you do it. I didn't tell him that. I was drunk, so yeah.
So that just straight ruined my fucking blackjack experience. And then I don't know why, but Dylan was so content on fucking going to another casino like that was probably 20 or 30 minutes away from where we were staying for some reason.
It was because it was a $5 minimum. That was the first casino I went to in Vegas for my 21st. My brother's dad showed me it. $5 minimum, free pack of smokes,
What was
free drinks.
What was the casino?
It was called the Silverton, I believe so. The Silverton Casino. And unfortunately, I took them to the wrong Silverton. I eventually hit him up, my brother's dad, to say, hey, what was the casino? And it was a casino by the exact same name, but literally just down the street like 10 minutes. So kind of the bummer side of the story, the one hype up that I left out. But yeah,
it was a waste of fucking time, honestly.
It was a waste of time. It was a waste of time, unfortunately. But we were there for a couple of days. Like, who gives a shit if we burnt through 3 hours?
I mean, I guess, but so and then after that, we all just decided to go back to the room to just chill. And I don't know how Levi found this, but I guess he was just looking around the room. This is where the story gets good, James. So
all right, well, fucking continue then.
So he was looking around the room and decided to look up at the top corner of the fucking window, and he found this card where it had a website for escorts. And
what? Really?
Yeah. Like, card for escorts, had a website, a fucking phone number, and everything. So I wasn't having any fucking luck on Tinder out there, so I'm like, I kind of stooped to a new low. So I went on that website and I ordered an escort. And
Jesus Christ.
You won't believe for how much, though.
How much? How much? How much?
I'm not going to get into that. I mean,
no, dude, like how much? Like
how much money did you spend on that, Gabe?
So the first time, keep in mind, first time. Okay, so a little shame coming on me, Actually, I don't fucking care. I did it more than once, James.
Oh my god, dude.
So
you spent multiple hundreds of dollars on an escort?
Not proud of it, but I was in Vegas, so I just thought, fuck it, why not? People do this all the time. This will be my one time. And
all right.
And it happened twice.
So I get it ordered and everything, and like I was pretty skeptical on like if it was actually like a real thing or just like some fucking ruse, like a cop fucking running the sites or some shit. So I'm like, I try to convince Dylan to go down there to the lobby and meet with this chick to see if it was a real deal, to see if he didn't get arrested or any shit. And Dylan was like, he didn't want to take that chance either, so they just decided to follow me out to the lobby and make it look like they didn't know me and like go hang out nearby so it wasn't too sus. But so she texts me and like she's like, "Hey, I'm here. Where are you at?" And then I go find her and shit, and like I was freaking the fuck out cuz I've never done this before. So I was pretty scared, didn't know what to do. And yeah, met up with her, took her up to the room. Uh did the business, paid her, and then we went our separate ways for the night. And then, so I'll tell you how much I paid the first night, James. Is that okay?
Yeah, dude, tell me fucking right now, how much did you pay?
So before that, I won everything at the casino back, so I was back up to like $1,000. So the first night, I spent $150 on her.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. 150, that's all?
Are you saying that's like too cheap?
Yes, dude,
Well,
that
it
is
was-
really cheap, bro.
I think it was
That
only
is so cheap.
I think it was only for like an hour or two, something like that. Because I think it was for that it was like 150 for 4 hours. It was like 300, and then like for the whole night it was like 1,000. So
Dude, oh my god.
There was that
man.
bare minimum because on that card there was a website and I went to it and there was some basic Benjis and that's what some people were willing to do.
so,
Wow.
yeah, the first night dropped $150 on her, and then called it good. And then the second night, or the final night, was it the final night? No, it was the night before the final night. We had nothing else to do, so I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this again, one last time, and call it good. So I did, and then called her over, talked with her, hung out, and then get to the business. Fun fact, I ate her ass.
Huh. Dude,
So,
Jesus fucking Christ.
It was pretty fucking cool, honestly, dude. Like,
So well, go ahead, sorry.
how often do you get to eat an escort's ass?
I don't know. She probably fucking is used to it.
She was pretty bad too. Like, am I right, Dylan? Like,
she looked different from the picture that she
looked
had.
different, but she didn't look fucking ugly. She was still pretty fucking hot.
She was still pretty. She was still pretty. Yeah.
So yeah,
What? So you got to like choose which escort?
Oh, he chose the same one.
there was a list of them, like a
Same
lot.
one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same one. What
You
the
didn't
fuck
ball
do you
out.
mean the same one?
Yeah, dog, you're buying a prostitute. You didn't.
Yeah.
You're like in a toy store. Might as well have two toys, but no, you bought the same toy twice.
Yeah, if you're fucking buying it, bro, you might as well choose a different one.
Well,
You could have done some crazy different.
Was it
chick.
a different chick or was it the same chick?
It was the same chick, the same exact chick.
All right.
And I guess my reasoning on that is because like when I bought her the first time, this is making her sound like a fucking object, which
She's fine with that because she's a prostitute.
Anyways, when I paid
Jesus Christ.
when I paid for the service the first time, it wasn't the chick that I originally selected, so I didn't want to go through that again and have her possibly be fucking ugly if I chose a different chick, So
God damn, bro.
I was just playing it safe, and yeah, fucking ate her ass, did some stuff, and used a condom, obviously, but kind of.
I hope you fucking did, dude.
Kind of forgot to clean up after she left, and just kind of left it on the bed on accident, and like the towel and everything, and I'm pretty sure Dylan like sat on the fucking condom on accident.
I don't remember.
And he was feeling his hand around, and he like picked it up not knowing what the fuck it was, and he just looked at it and just fucking whipped it across the room. And
I think it was a towel. I did that.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to clean up. But yeah, I spent a good amount on that, James. That's all I'll say.
Good
So that's where I
A good amount. A good amount.
What's a good amount?
A
Tell
good
me. Tell me
amount.
right
I'm
now,
not
bro.
gonna-
Tell
I'm
me
not-
right now.
ballpark $300, give or
More than
take.
that.
Yeah, ballpark, bro. Ballpark total. All
Okay.
right, total.
Who cares?
Well-
They already know.
Probably about $600.
That ain't so bad, bro. That ain't so bad.
Bro, out of the $1,000 I came there with,
you went there with only $1,000
No,
bucks?
he bought the place and everything first, the hotel and
well,
stuff.
yeah,
but
we paid for the expenses, and then I had $1,000
Not so
for
bad.
fuck around.
$1,000 for gambling, basically.
Not
$1,000
so
for
bad.
gambling.
Not so
Yeah,
bad.
but $600 out of $1,000 for a fucking escort.
Yeah, makes
Dude,
you need to rethink your life, huh, Gabe?
I had fun. I don't
you,
give a shit.
You paid for sex, Gabe.
Paid for sex, Gabe.
Only one time, so
That's where I told them that they were probably a little jealous. Because
Well, I
I
just
was
wanted-
with that chick 2 times before they were like, "Hey, we'll just get an escort." So I'm not trying to downplay you guys. I just know in your mind, hey, Dylan's getting something. Fuck it, we might as well. Who cares?
well,
Dude, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
exactly.
You know what? Just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
And I just wanted, like, Tinder was not working out, so I'm like, fuck it. People do this in Vegas all the time. I will give it a shot and see how it goes. And
Yeah, it's just fucking. It sounds gross, but dude,
it was
whatever.
pretty fucking cool, honestly. Like, it's definitely something you got to do in your life at least once.
Maybe as long as she's a bad bitch, you know.
She was a
So.
bad bro, and like, so the amount that I tipped her, like, cause I didn't have any fucking change. I just hit the ATM after cashing out from my winnings. So the highest bill I had was I think a fucking 50. No, it was 100. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of. I mean, I have a lot of money like to tip, but like, I was playing it off like I didn't. I'm like, do you have any change to like break this so I can
Change, bro. What the
tip?
fuck,
Bro,
dude?
she's an escort. You'd expect her to have fucking money on her.
Yeah, here's fucking 25. Here you go.
So,
Oh my god, dude.
so I asked her.
Got any change? She pulls out her fucking change thing. And
Pulls out her wallet.
machine, you know, like.
So I asked her. I'm like, do you have any change to break this down so I can give you a tip? And she's like, no, I don't have any cash on me. I'm sorry. I'm like, well, fuck. Okay. Here's this, I guess. And I gave her $100. So technically spent $700 on it, but you know.
But
After giving her that tip, she gave me her personal phone number.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
well, yeah, you're gonna be
what
a
are you gonna
returning
do with
customer.
What are you gonna do with that?
I don't know. Fucking maybe hit her up next time I'm in Vegas. I don't know. Whatever
Why
I
would you
want to
fuck
do
the
with it,
same
James.
prostitute?
I'm in
For the first
Vegas.
time.
Come over.
And she would. But
Yeah.
why would you fuck the same prostitute again in Vegas? The only upside to him doing it again is that she gave him candy.
Oh, I forgot about that. She did give me some fucking candy because it was Halloween, you know? So she had a fuck ton of candy in her purse.
Only from her kid's fucking
Oh my
basket.
god, dude!
No,
Oh, dude, Dylan, no!
I think she didn't have kids. I'm pretty sure she said it was like her fucking sister's kids. Or
Oh
some
yeah, she
shit.
was like 21 or 22,
She was-
some age like that.
She was around our
She was young.
age.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that was pretty tight, man.
Damn,
Getting to
dude.
smash an escort and she gave me fucking candy.
God damn.
That's a hell of a night right there. I had a fucking fun time in Vegas.
And that was the whole point, you know, and I compared it to mine. You know, that's the Vegas experiment. He got drunk, he smoked cigarettes, he had, you know, he fucked. You know, what more could you want to do in Vegas? He won money, he left with winnings. You know, it is what it is. And I think that's probably one of his best birthdays.
Didn't get as drunk
You
as
know
I
what?
wanted
Vegas.
to, but it was still fun.
Vegas, dude, fucking whatever, I guess, man.
It was
you know, it's
definitely the
Vegas.
most
Who
wild
cares?
trip that I've had.
Hey, it's
Going
all
to-
right as Americans to go to Vegas. Okay.
Going to come back with a clap, you're good. You know what I mean? That's a successful
And
trip.
I
Well,
was
he'll
in the
find out in a
clear.
year or two, maybe.
I feel like I would have already known by now.
And see, this is where you're fucking dumb, Gabe. You just don't think you can get any STD if you have a condom on.
No, I know it's still possible. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
because when your balls hit, bro, that's still contact.
Is there a condom big enough to cover your balls too?
That would be bad because that would be a loss of blood flow.
so, any questions that you have, James?
No, dude. I think you guys answered them pretty thoroughly.
I have a question for James.
What's the question?
How is the hype to now release, dog?
How was the story? Was
I
it worth it?
Didn't it fucking dude, I don't know, the edging all the way till now. It's not I didn't say it didn't drain my balls, but fuck, dude, like it's kind of crazy. I didn't know you hired an escort. I thought you just found a Tinder bitch and was out there on Tinder.
I told you you'd be in for a fucking surprise on that one.
Yeah, I guess so. That's interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's just out there for the world to fucking hear now and know and look at me like I'm a fucking scumbag or something.
Well, let's
Whoa,
hope that we
you
blow
are.
up.
That's
And she's
that's
like,
part of your thing, Gabe, is you are a scumbag.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not denying that. I'm not. I'm just saying you are a scumbag. Like
you want to
are.
know what else? You want to know what also is a bag? A
What's
sack.
the bag?
And
Okay.
Gabe's a sad sack of shit.
Yeah, well, me too, man. I'm a sad sack of shit all the time now.
So since I mean, there's definitely a lot more that happened in the story, but that's not for
Obviously.
us to tell. That's what Levi would have been here for, like, cause to get his perspective and give it a more interesting take, I guess.
Get his
But
POV of the night as well.
if Levi
All right.
was here, he could have told his perspective of the whole trip.
I would say more, but a lot of the nights, at least towards the later parts of the nights, I was with that one chick out there.
So yeah,
All right. Interesting.
since I guess that's there's no questions on you. Do you look at me differently now, James?
Nah, dude, I don't really give a fuck. It was in Vegas. Who cares?
What if it was
The
in
name of the
Colorado,
same.
though?
I don't
Then
know.
Gabe,
I
again
wouldn't
seek
want a
help.
homie paying for sex because that seems kind of scummy in Colorado.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I mean?
I feel like in Colorado, like the fucking escorts here are also like just dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, escorts anywhere are fucking dirty as hell. But, you know, you're in Vegas. Who gives a fuck, dude? Who
Like that
Exactly.
prostitute you bought could have been like hired on by one time 5 dudes just to have a bukkake go down, and you would never know.
I would never know, and I'm okay with that. But
Oh, dude, like, you
Like
could have
she-
been her, like, third visit of the night or something, you know?
You-
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
probably more than that. I don't doubt that.
Yeah, fucking maybe. Like, if they left that card in the fucking window, they're like, oh, you know, use this shit if you're, you know, feeling down or whatever.
It wasn't definitely by MGM. It was definitely by someone who was previously there, and the maids just like only ever focus on one thing. It seems like, oh, the beds and the floors and that shit. But
Right,
during
well,
COVID
so-
and then leaving that there, you know, MGM, just gotta say, boys, you disappoint.
Right, well, I mean, who knows how differently that could have turned out if you went to a different casino, you know? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, they probably wouldn't. Well, Gabe would have probably not have had the courage to want to, you know, oh hey, fuck it, I'll get a prostitute, you know. Probably would have just.
Yeah, but get the courage to hire the prostitute and be like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? And have some
And even
drink.
then, he didn't have the courage. He had us go downstairs with him.
Yeah, but that second time,
Which
like,
was already sus.
so the second
it's
time,
Legal in Vegas, I thought.
It technically is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
but yeah, the second time I ordered her, we were just chilling in the room. I don't know what Dylan was doing, but it was me and Levi. Levi was watching a movie, and I kind of fell asleep. And I think it was like around 11 when I fucking asked her to come back. and I fell asleep on accident, and like I woke up to like fucking 10 goddamn missed FaceTimes from her. She's like, "Hey, where are you at? Like, did you fall asleep?" I'm like, "No, sorry, I just had some stuff to do. I'm coming down now." But
Left an escort on wait as well. Damn.
am I ashamed of that?
Jesus fucking
Fuck
Christ.
no. It's a power move right there, dog.
That was a power move. The fact that she called you that many times. Because you gotta admit, they have to at least, sometimes enjoy what they're doing, depending on the person. So there is a fat chance she enjoyed her time with Gabe and was like, yeah, I'm not gonna hire anybody else tonight, and I'm gonna have this guy have some little VIP
Because, yeah,
section going
she
on.
could have definitely just said, "All right, fuck this guy. He's not answering. I'm going to go on to the next person."
Definitely.
Whatever makes you feel better, Gabe.
But, yeah, anyways, I hope, like, down the line, like, if this podcast, like, if this episode gets a fuck ton of listens, like, more than the others, I hope the chicks who listen to it don't look at me differently.
Oh.
Gabe, you're stupid to think some chick's gonna listen to this.
Bro, you never know. I mean,
Dude,
we got
like,
people out in Germany, bro. Shout out Germany.
Fucking
Yeah, shout out Germany.
shout out Germany.
Or was it Belgium?
Belgium?
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, Belgium and Germany, I think, are different. But either way, shout out to
No.
them fools.
Yeah, anyways, shout out Germany. Let's go.
Sorry, we're stupid people from
Americans.
the United States. We're stupid Americans. Shout out Belgium. Let's go.
So,
I mean, back in 45, I'd be their ideal image. That's all I know.
Shut up, dude.
okay.
You did it.
On
You
that
fucking
note,
did it.
on
You fucking did it. Dylan.
on that note,
No, dude. No.
on that note, boys, we've reached over an hour. So, anything else you guys want to say to the last?
So is
part
this
of the
just going to be a
podcast?
story podcast? Like,
Pretty much, yes.
okay. So at least we have some more shit for the next one, at least.
Dude,
So
that's
tune in next time for the next podcast.
Good fucking story time, boys.
Yes, sir. Any you guys want to fucking plug your socials or anything, or are you guys good on that?
And nah, dude, I don't have any socials.
I'll take it easy in the meantime. My Snapchat is Dylan, DYLAN, all lowercase and 6. Oh, fuck. Okay. My Snapchat is Dylan, all lowercase, DYLAN 6055. Hit my line.
I thought it was ChilleFNP.
Yeah, but like the actual thing you type in is Dylan 6055. So
All right.
if you want to actually come across
Dylan
the show,
is chillin'.
Dylan is chillin'.
And you can follow me on YouTube at Cold Lotus. Same with Twitter, Instagram, Hooks38, and then you can follow our YouTube channel at The Heathens Podcast. It's been The Heathens, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.